Hey guys, everybody, welcome back to our channel here. We're going to be doing a lot of mechanic work now that the greenhouse is sort of where we want it. First on the list is the S10. The S10 is a sad 10 right now. We want to make it a super 10. It's been quite neglected. Just to give you a tour of it here. It's extended cab. It's got the 4.3 liter V6. We've already done some ghetto work. We need to buy some headlights from the junkyard or something to make those work. Inside we got 171,000 miles on the truck. Just turn it over to that. But it's got lots of problems, like mostly drivetrain stuff right now. And so that's what we're going to be doing first is the U-joints. We're going to start in the back of the truck here. And we're just basically going to work our way forward. We've got it jacked up now. And the first thing I noticed is that there's oil on the U-joint. So there's only one place that comes from. You guessed it, pinion seal. The shocks, missing the shock bushing right there, and these shocks have definitely seen better days. I mean, the oil's long gone. They're all rusted, so we'll be changing those out to get some rows in there. And she's been talking about the brakes, but I don't think they're that bad. They felt fine when I was driving it. So we'll just have to see what happens. It's quite a bit of play. But oh, hello. Wow. Oh yeah, these are totally shot. Did you see that? I just totally bumped it. Oh wow, yeah. Holy shit. I'm so glad that we're doing this. That is way bad. That is way bad. I think that's the worst I've ever seen. Here's the front one. This one still has the seals on it at least. The other one doesn't even have seals on it or anything anymore. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take note of the orientation of the drive shaft. Wow, I cannot believe this thing didn't fail. Anyway, there's a sticker right here. So we just want to make sure that that sticker lines up with everything when we are done. I'm just going to make a mark in the drive shaft here. Then we're going to make another mark in the yoke right here. There we go. I can distinguish it now. Now to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing over here. All we need is just a little nick. Just something to know that, let them know that we were here. Just gonna go ahead and tab it. There's a weight on this side here, so that's one of the reasons why we have to do this. Okay, so there's a mark there now. So I can see that. And the reason I'm not using any other kind of marking device is because it's likely to rub off. So now that we've got them marked, we can go ahead and loosen the flange bolts over at the differential side. Dogs, what are you doing? The dogs are under here helping. Tina, girl. What are you doing, girl? No, come on. Go lay down. Go on. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. Just use a screwdriver to jam into this. You got something to hold. Bust these loose. Doesn't really take a whole lot. That one was already kind of loose.
probably wise to keep these in a certain order. I'm going to put them back in the yoke after I take the U-joint or the drive shaft out, just so that I don't lose any parts, and then I put them back exactly as they went in. I don't want to fuck anything up and leave any chances to me just being an idiot and not, paying attention. Because I'll do that. I will stop paying attention, so I take precautions against that. At this point, we should just be able to basically pull the drive shaft towards the transfer case and out of here, and it'll just come right out.
Easier said than done. Screwdriver as an assistant to pry. Bastard loose.
Well, we do know that they are baked in there pretty good, so it's going to take a little more effort to get them out. Do a gentle tap. Alright, well, nobody ever said doing U-joints was easy. Especially if you want things to not break. I think I might have to just grab my dead blow hammer or a piece of wood to knock this out. I think we're getting there. Yeah, here we go. Got popped loose, at least on one side. There we go. Well, actually, there I went. I told you that probably happened. The U-joint literally just came apart. We need to put something in there, like a plastic bag or something over it to protect it. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just grabbing an ordinary sandwich bag. I'll chuck that over here and slip it over the transfer case output shaft. You can use a rubber band for this too, and that would probably be better, but I don't have any rubber bands. So zip tie it is. These guys are going back inside. Wow, you can just see how bad that is. That was clunking around, so that's the rear U-joint, and it's dead. So, like, I don't even know how the fuck. One thing that I'll mention here, that these are factory U-joints, and the reason you can tell is because they have a little plastic. These go right on through here, little polyethylene dowels that they drive in there to secure them. So we're going to use a ball joint press, which we have here situated on our little work table, and we're just going to go ahead and press these fuckers out. Alright, so now I have the drive shaft placed into the ball joint press, and it's just hand tight right now. And what I did was just go ahead and lined up the press side, and then this side here I lined up looking through the hole. So you can see there, you had to look through that to align the U-joint to be able to have clearance to get through. So now that we're good to go, we can go ahead and put some force on this thing and press this out. So to turn this, you'll need a 1/2-inch driver. You can use air tools if you'd like. I'm going to.
pretty much maxed out what my fucking impact wrench can do now. So we're basically back to ground zero. We're gonna have to figure out something else. It hasn't even budged. It has literally not even fucking budged. So this is very frustrating to me. Like, it didn't even fucking budge. Not as far as I can get it. Alright, this is pretty much the only way I've been able to get these out of here. Drill them out. Make sure I hit metal before I just give up on that one. I will press this out. And it's hard to believe that something like a little bit of plastic would be enough to hold that in like that. So, you know, I can't imagine having to do this out in the fucking road or something. Go to the ball joint or something. Wow. So that's 150 PSI. I can't get enough clamping force out of everything. So we're gonna have to set up in the fucking blacksmith shop. I really didn't want to. Problem is, got Chevy, but I'm sure we can take stuff out. So here's the vices I was talking about. This is what I'm going to use. Alright, so I don't want to fucking move too much shit. Okay. This thing's got a little bit more clamping force than the other one that I was using. So at least in here, I have the advantage of no wind. Gotta be like fucking 100,000 pounds of force on that right now. I can't fathom how much fucking force there is on that right now. And yet it just does not want to budge. No, it just ain't moving. So I've been cracking at this for, what, 2 hours now? So we're going to try heat. Okay. Now while it's getting hot,
we're doing something. I feel like we're doing something. Yes. That was the obnoxious pop I was waiting for. Fuck. Let's align this up a little bit better and see where we're at. Be a little bit warm. Good, so we're coming out the other side there. Just keep on going. I think we finally fucking got it. Heat. Heat is the fucking answer. And looks like we have a ways to go still. We're going to want to pop that all the way through. It teases you. It says, hey, I'm almost going to come out. I'm almost going to come out, and then it can't. Because obviously you never want to fucking clamp the drive shaft itself. You just want to clamp. Okay, now that we got that. That's it. Then once you take this bearing cap off, the rest is pretty easy. Oh, son of a bitch, this is what I got to cheat. And we finally get that ugly fucking factory U-joint out of there. Oh my god. That's all it took. Alright. Finally. It only took us what? 2.5 hours? Something like that. Those are bad. Those are really, really, really fucking bad. On that side, like, you can still look in here. On this side, there's still grease in the bearing cup, and there's needles in there still. If you look on the opposite side, there's no grease, and there's no needles. Where do they go? Did I drop them? No. They got vaporized, basically. But for now, I'm going to go clean this up. I'm going to go sand all this crap out. And I'll be back here in just a little bit. Just getting these cleaned up here. Taking off the rust and all that other shit left by the U-joint. I went ahead in there and filed up all the high spots too. There's a couple high spots from where I drilled out the inserts. See, I just find things work better when you clean them. Putting this bastard in shouldn't be as bad as taking it out was. Got our new U-joint right here. This one is a different style, thank God. Obviously they don't make the same style. That's factory injection molded there, so. But you do have these crazy C-clips, which I'm not even going to put around here. I'm going to set them off on another table. We're just going to want to put that in there first. I'm going to pack this full of grease. The grease will basically help hold the needle bearings in place. While holding the others, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. Now it's got a nice little coat of grease at the bottom there. And I'm just going to go ahead and set that aside. Alright. I'm going to keep one of them. So I'm going to use it to start everything. But before I do, I'm going to take this back into my shed and just tighten it with a crescent wrench. Alright, so if you've ever done anything like this, you just want to make sure you feel it. Like, I'm not going to use an impact wrench for this. No way. You want to make sure those needles just slip right over that shaft. And this is why we clean things. See how nice and easy that's going in compared to how the other one came out. Now, I understand if you're in a pinch or whatever, you can't always clean the shit, but you should try if you can. So you just do this until the grooves basically go through on the other side, and we're going to put the C-clips in here, and you'll see. Perhaps the best way is to simply there we go. Just snap it in there. Now that one's good to go. Now, if we did a good job, we should be able to move that. If we did a shitty job, it would bind. There should be no binding at all. If it binds, we fucked up. Nice and straight and easy. Alright. There we go. So, you'll notice there that it didn't turn so freely. There we go. You may have to kind of break it in a little bit. It is going to be tight, but it shouldn't bind. That's the key. There's a difference between being tight and binding. Probably only need like one squirt of grease. This one's already got some grease in it anyway. You like to see grease hanging out of those seals. It keeps dirt out. And of course, importantly, it keeps everything lubricated and moving freely. Alright, so we're done. That's the U-joint. They are a pain in the ass. If you have no patience or you don't like cussing, then doing this is not for you.